I'm Kayla.
And I'm Christian.
And you're watching What's Her Angle?
Here we specialize in conversations that will elevate you spiritually and practically. So, hey y'all, welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be talking all things conquering insecurities. And this has definitely been something that we've been, thinking about for a while, celebrating yourself, just how to, release old expectations, accept who you are in every single space. So, of course, we got a lot of responses from you guys about things that you've done to get over insecurities and also some insecurities that you're going to be dealing with. So, this is going to be an insecurity boot camp. Okay, we are going to boost your confidence and give you great tools that you can use moving forward so you can just own who you are in every space. So first things first, we want to get into celebrating yourself and just, accepting you for who you are. I feel like a lot of times in life, we have all these different versions of ourselves and we change and nothing is ever the same, but we are always us and we are the only person that we have. You are going to be you until the day you are not on this earth anymore. So we really have to get in the habit of just accepting who we are at every moment, because you're either going to accept yourself or you're going to be miserable. Like seriously, it's like we have to make a decision to change our lifestyle, to change how we view ourselves, how we talk about ourselves, how we feel about ourselves in every space. Exactly. And I feel like, especially for women, that can definitely be difficult because a lot of times we're conditioned to feel like we're not perfect in this way, or feel like we're insecure about this, or feel like we need to be doing more. Like if we have a certain job, we want more money. If we are a mom, we feel like we're not a good enough mom. If we are, somebody in our friend group, we feel like we should be more. It's like always pressure on us. But that's why we have to, again, celebrate ourselves, honor ourselves, and just accept yourself, in every season. And it's all about change and acceptance. If you don't like something about yourself, go ahead and change it, make it happen. Exactly. You can do it. Dedicate yourself to a new goal. We're always reinventing ourselves and just, doing new things to elevate us. So that's always okay. Of course, change is always a great thing. But also just accepting who you are in every space. Like we want to make sure we're not speaking negatively on ourselves until we get the change, or we're not being really difficult on ourselves until we get the promotion and then we're going to start living on ourselves. Like, no, love on yourself right now, through the journey, through all of the hard work. And it's going to make for, a more exciting journey. It's going to make everything a lot easier because you're going to have that confidence and that self-love to fall back on as you are moving forward.
And you made an amazing point when you mentioned about change and how women are pressured most times to feel like they should be modifying themselves either emotionally, spiritually, or even physically. And I think that whenever you're feeling like you need to change, but it's not from an internal aspect, it's mostly external, then you need to reevaluate who is saying that and how you feel whenever you're hearing these things. I believe that one of the best things is self-talk, self-positive talk. And when you're talking and continuously pouring into yourself positively, you're able to garner emotions that you might have never felt before. Even if you haven't felt that from someone else, you're feeling it for yourself, and you're being able to fill in the void. All you have to do is start talking to yourself and pouring into yourself, especially when you don't have anybody around you. I think that having a confident girl group is also super important, and having mentors, having people in your life that is always or continuously pouring into you and making sure that the questions that you have, you're actually saying them out loud. I think that one of the best ways to conquer your insecurities or conquer anything that you have questions about is saying it out loud or writing it down, making sure that you're not internalizing and harboring all of these emotions that could make you feel negative about any situation or even yourself.
Definitely. Of course, we know self-love is the best love. You can have other people complimenting you or other people telling you things, and that might feel good, but nothing is like you affirming yourself, you telling yourself that you are on the right track, and you knowing that for yourself. So definitely want to make sure that that's something we could add into our routine every single day, especially if we deal with body issues. We had a few women tell us that they had insecurities with their body. Start saying things that you love about yourself every single day. Start shifting your mind. Like a lot of times we've been programmed to see, again, like you were talking about, how we need to modify ourselves, everything that we need to change. But it's all about appreciating who we are in this moment and acknowledging that. Because if we love that person, we can do anything. Like if we are supporting that person, we can change anything, we can elevate in any space, and we can continue to grow.
And I think in one of our previous episodes, we definitely talked about showing yourself love, and how you do that is by choosing 3 things about yourself that you love, that you feel like no one else has, and being able to just love yourself openly and also tell yourself, hey, I'm beautiful the way I am.
Yeah.
And when you choose 3 things, then you're going to turn that into 5 things, and then you're going to turn that into 10 things.
Get easier and easier.
It always gets easier to self-talk to yourself. And I think that sometimes it sounds weird. I've recorded myself. I've also been able to look at myself in the mirror, and most times that's so difficult when you're struggling with how you feel about yourself. And when you're allowing an opportunity to go into the mirror, look at yourself, look yourself in the eye, and be able to say the things that you love about yourself, it just always provides more clarity on what you feel, and also being able to have clarity on how other people look at you. When they see that you love yourself, they'll start noticing that. They'll start seeing that energy, that glow, and everything around you will start to change the moment you start loving yourself.
Yes, it's all about self-love. So of course, we asked you guys what are some ways that you have conquered insecurities. We had someone that tell us that they use affirmations, like we're just talking about.
That's amazing.
Using affirmations, also replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. I thought this was something really, really good. So whenever you're looking yourself in the mirror, if you typically feel like, I don't really like my hair, you could change that thought to, I'm not really happy with how my hair looks right now, but at least I got some, okay?
Yeah,
at least I'm starting from somewhere. At least I have so much places to go. Like, if we have all of these places that need improvement, we have all of these things that we can do to elevate, and we have all of these chances for, new beginnings. So don't see, issues, or don't see struggles, or don't see things that make you unhappy as the end all be all. Don't sulk about these things. Don't feel like it's not going to get better. Find those things that you want to change and turn it into positive things. Like, I'm excited to change this. Like, look at my hair. I can't wait to start this journey. I can't wait to see where I am in 6 months. And focusing on that instead of focusing on like, dang, I'm unhappy right now, it's definitely going to change your perspective and start you, attracting a lot more positive energies. We also had this person say that they try to remember that they weren't born with those insecurities. That these are things that people, that society, that family, that friends, that anybody has put on us. And also, understanding that these are things that other people have made us feel. And I feel like that is so important, when we're dealing with insecurities. Taking a step back and realizing, okay, I'm insecure about this. I'm insecure about this. I'm insecure about this. Why? Where is it coming from? Like you were talking about, is it coming from me? Is it an internal thing? Or can I see like, oh, it's because I've been looking at this on social media, or it's because I've been listening to this from this friend. Or so finding the root of these issues is definitely going to make it a lot easier on you. And also you'll be able to not be so hard on yourself. I feel like a lot of times we're, difficult on ourselves and hard on ourselves because we feel like I'm the reason that I feel like this. And I'm the reason that I feel like this. But it's like, wait, no, not all the time. So of course, figuring out the source of these things is definitely going to help you release them, because you're not going to be holding all that guilt on yourself, feeling like you have put these things on you. It'll definitely help you release these things a lot easier.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. Most times when you're thinking about insecurities, a lot of people honestly say that your insecurities are something that you've made up. And most times that's not always the case. We do think of things and we internalize that, and then we shape them into things that make sense in our mind. Yes, but we're also being fed into so much information, and sometimes that information can come off negative, that information can be skewed in your mind, and that's always not your fault. I think that a lot of times we blame ourselves for insecurities, and we shouldn't, because we're human, and humans have natural emotions, and our emotions are going to be things that we always can't control, but we have to be able to filter out the bad and also intake or absorb the good emotions. So I definitely believe that if you have an insecurity, find the root, find the way, or find the pathway of why you feel this way, and then take on a journey to find ways that eliminate those insecurities.
Also, I feel like it's good to just kind of dissect those insecurities a little bit differently. Like whenever we're feeling about these things, like we could hear like, oh, someone doesn't like me. Instead of thinking instantly like, I can see why they don't like me. I'm this. Like sometimes we're so like rough on ourselves. We can believe the things that people tell us so quickly. Don't believe the things that people tell you. Like stop taking that for law. You know you better than anybody. anybody. It's been a lot of situations where I'm like, okay, these people don't like me. What is it about me?
Yeah.
It's like, do they even really know you? Like, how long has this person been around you? Does this person really even know your
Did
character?
They misjudge you?
Exactly.
You know?
So many times that can happen, especially we could be people that are, so sensitive and so sweet. We could be, I think everybody is sensitive to how other people feel about them, regardless if they want to be, open about it or not. But we are sensitive to how other people feel about us, and we can feel people's vibrations, and it instantly is like, something's wrong with me. Like, why am I doing this? I'm making these people feel away. It's like, no, like, don't put that on yourself. Like, turn the mirror to the other person. Like, think about them and how they are feeling about themselves. Like, is this someone that you know to be confident? Is this someone that you know to be nice? Is this someone that you know to be, working on themselves? Or is this not a reliable source? Because we let all kind of people, we let all kind of people make us feel away about ourselves. But it's like, does this person even know me? So taking into account the other person's character. Because sometimes people can tell us things, sometimes it can be in love, sometimes it can be constructive criticism, but it isn't always that.
Exactly.
Sometimes we can have people that are, just trying to, break us down and tear us down. So, of course, we always want to make sure that we're thinking through those things. So don't take everything personally. Yeah. Make sure that you're not taking everything for law. Again, you're thinking about these things, you're giving yourself time to, analyze who you are and just be 100% sure and confident of who you are. So no one else can tell you anything about yourself. And you said that before. Perfect. When you know who you are, can't nobody tell you nothing because you know exactly who you are. You know the type of person you are. And, the work that you have put in, to basically see yourself move forward. So, yes, we also had a couple of viewers ask us a few things about insecurities that they are currently dealing with.
We're so excited to get into this.
Facing. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing we had someone send in about is just not feeling whole unless you're feeling like you're accepted by everybody. And I feel like this can be something that a lot of us are kind of just conditioned from when we're kids.
Exactly.
We feel like if people don't want to be our friend, there must be something wrong with us. We see people, doing certain things and, living certain lives and sharing their lives with other people. And sometimes we really want to have a part in that. But everybody is not meant to be our friend. Everyone isn't meant to like us, which is why it's so important to like yourself. So you don't give a fuck whether people like you or not. Seriously.
Period.
It's so important to make sure that you love you. So I would definitely say focus on what makes you whole and worry about that. Like, I definitely dealt with feeling like I need to be in a relationship to feel whole. I need to have a bunch of friends around me to feel like I'm a person. But no, because at the end of the day, when all of those people aren't around me, I am still who I am. So the best thing I feel in that situation is to spend time by yourself. You might need to pull back from those relationships or those friendships, but that time alone is going to make you find those things about you that are individual. It's going to make you find new value in yourself. It's going to make you love yourself. And just moving forward, you're going to understand, like, I don't have to deal with this and put up with this because I'm fine by myself.
Exactly.
Like, I don't have to keep these people around me that are making me feel away. I don't have to be in these unhealthy spaces because I know I got me. Like, I can leave everybody alone and take care of me. And that gives you confidence and makes you feel whole in yourself. So definitely finding ways to be whole within yourself.
Exactly. And I love that because a lot of times we look on social media and we try to find ways to compare ourselves in relationships and friendships. Why my life isn't this way? And I mean, I've had the same issues. I think that it's very human to compare yourself. We're put on this earth and there are many different forms of, and it looks different. Everybody's lives looks different. And I think that you have to honor how your life is and understand that everybody doesn't put the bad, the ugly on social media. They're not always saying that I had to go through this to get to this. A doesn't always equal B for you. I think we always have to understand that somebody's journey is not your journey and vice versa. So you have to look at your life and realize that your life is your life, and how can you find ways to have fulfillment and be whole in the opportunities or the obstacles that you go through. Definitely. Yeah.
Especially with social media. Like, I feel like we always look at the end result and it's like, we don't know how long these people cried about this. We don't know what they're dealing with in their personal life. And that's definitely something that I did because everybody deals with, stuff. Everybody deals with all kind of issues. Nobody's life is perfect. Everybody has issues in family. Everybody has trauma. Everybody's dealt with abuse on some level. Everybody just deals with everything in this lifetime. So stop looking at people like, this person is so perfect. They don't have to deal with this and they're so much better than me because they didn't have to do this. Child, please, okay? Everybody deals with everything, okay? Everybody deals with everything. It's all about, the difference between you and maybe someone else who, could have dealt with the same things and is in a different place is because of their mindset.
Exactly.
It's like you have to feel differently about, yourself and understand, yeah, I might be here, I might be dealing with these things, but this doesn't define me.
Exactly.
Like outside of all of these things, I am abundant and I am moving forward regardless.
And we also would love to just say, when you're thinking about attachments, I saw this also on social media where someone mentioned that they had an attachment to someone and that's how they're not able to let go of things. And I think that has something to do with wholeness and making sure you feel like this person in your life or this thing in your life makes you whole.
Exactly.
And you're no longer able to move forward unless
Without
this
them,
thing or a person is in your life. And so I also think when you are looking at your insecurities and you're feeling like your insecurities are connected to something or someone, then you have to realize, why do I feel this way? And then also understanding that, okay, so what do I need to do to make sure this void is no longer if I eliminate that thing? And so when you're analyzing all of your wholeness, all of your voids, and we all do have them, and I think it's so important to mention that, because we don't want to ever get on here and think that we're perfect.
We also want to make sure that we can find new reasons to, accept ourselves regardless of the situations that we are around or the people that we have around us. We also had someone else write in and say that they deal with insecurities about confidence, because they have a different hair texture from the people that are around them. So I would definitely say, if you are in any space where you feel like the people around you don't look like you, use social media. Like, let social media be your best friend. Definitely want to make sure that you are using social media to promote you, using social media to make you feel good, using social media to uplift you. So follow people who look like you, follow people who have your hair texture, follow people who have your body type. I feel like for me, just seeing other people who look like me, seeing other people who kind of have my same physical characteristics, doing the damn thing, looking good, so I'm able to see them as beautiful, because we can see so many things as beautiful, of course. So we definitely want to make sure that we're also looking at people and at things that reflect our life. Like, if we have, a certain type of lifestyle, we don't need to be glamorizing all these different type of lifestyles and ignoring our own. Like, we want to find people who look like us and who feel like us, and look to them, especially if we're not able to find that in our friend group. So yeah, that's what I would definitely recommend. And also trying to find other people that you can have around you who have your same hair texture. You know what I'm saying? Finding friends, like you were talking about that girl group. It's always best to have people around you that can relate to you, people that look to you, and people who know your struggles.
Definitely. And what I would love to add to that is knowing that there are people that look like you. I know that, especially as Black women, we struggle with so many things. We struggle with how we look. We had to conquer that. We had to conquer skin tone differences. We had to conquer that. We are now struggling with conquering loving our hair. And I think that so many times we get on social media and we see one type of hair texture, and but that's not it. And there are so many girls that have hair texture just like you, and you have to look for that, especially if it's not physically in your life. It exists and it's on social media, and being able to filter out those people who have those characteristics and also have great energy will allow you to understand that those people exist in this world and they love themselves, and then it'll reflect off of you. And I don't think anything is wrong with having struggles about that. I think every Black woman can relate to some type of struggle, especially with self-image.
Definitely.
We didn't see ourselves on social media. We didn't see ourselves in TV.
Movies,
we didn't see ourselves in a lot of spaces. Even if your family moved to another neighborhood and then there are people who don't look like you anymore. I think that so many of us have felt that way in some space or shape or form, and don't ever think that you're alone. And I hope that this video really helps you understand that we come in so many shapes, so many forms, so many looks, and like, you gotta love your hair, girl. Like, look at me, I wore my real hair today. Like, that's not like me. But we all go through this transition of loving ourselves and loving what we have, and then being able to feel confident when you have those things. And even if you want to set a journey to something else, like say you have shorter hair to whatever, we talked about that earlier, where set a goal, set these goals, like go on a hair journey, go on a body journey, fitness, go to the salon and say, hey, I want to I want to start all the way over, clean slate. Give yourself a clean slate. Do not think of the things that you felt in the past, any type of negative emotions that you felt in the past. Be able to conquer whatever you're feeling now and move forward. Don't ever think about the past anymore. The past is there. The present is going to be the past soon.
Yes.
All you have to do is look forward to the future, and being able to do those things will really help you learn that everything is so ever changing, and you won't ever be in one position forever.
Yes. And of course, making sure that we are remaining confident in all spaces, regardless of what we're hearing and seeing. We have to make sure we're instilling that within ourselves. And for our last submission that we're going to get in, we had someone that had issues with their mother. Okay, this person's mother was always trying to humble them, which people are always trying to do. You can have friends, especially people in your family, anybody around you that could be trying to humble you and make you feel small. So now this woman deals with, insecurities, comparing herself to other people and things like that. So for me, it always works for me to break down whoever is trying to make me feel away. And my parents taught me this, like when people are talking about you or when people are trying to break you down, it's something in you that they wish that they had. It's something in you that's bothering their spirit. Like your mom could see you becoming the person that she always wanted to be. Your friend might see you becoming the boss she always wanted to be, in the relationship that she always wanted to be in. So we have to make sure that we are not always personalizing these things and taking it personally. And I know that can be so difficult whenever we're talking about our moms, but we have to remember that our moms had lives before us. We don't know what type of trauma this woman dealt with. We don't know what type of being put down, and we don't know what type of insecurities that this person has dealt with. I know a lot of people, unfortunately, that have moms that never got to follow their dreams, never got to be who they wanted to be, felt like they gave everything to their child, so they resented their child. So we have to understand that might be their story, but that doesn't have to be yours. It doesn't have to be yours. You can find things about you that are unique. You can find things about you that make you feel good. So I feel like top to bottom, we all have, a unique story. We have different talents, different crafts, different passions, different strengths, different weaknesses. So nobody on earth is like you. Even if you feel like you ain't got nothing spectacular going on. Nobody on earth is like you. Nobody has what you have. You know what I'm saying? So we have to make sure that we understand that, and that we always take a hard look at the people that are making us feel a type of way. Like, who in their right mind is going to be trying to humble their child? Obviously, somebody that has a messed up perspective. Obviously, there's somebody that has some problems. This is bigger than us, okay? Even if you were somebody else, or even if they had another child that wouldn't be you, they would be getting the same treatment. Believe that. So don't feel like this is about you. It's not. It's definitely about the other person, and how people treat you, what people put on you is just a direct reflection of how they feel about themselves. Okay, so remember that and take that load off of your shoulders. Like you don't carry that around. That's their baggage, their burdens, their insecurities. Okay, don't let somebody else try to make their insecurities yours and your problem. Okay, release those things, and again, always have who you are in focus. Like even if your mom is telling you that, please, you know who you are. Like shut that out and understand that you know who you are. You are in control of how people see you. You are in control of how people view you, and you can put your best foot forward and be seen in your light in every space.
I definitely agree. When you're thinking about people and how they put their baggage or unload their baggage on you, and now is your baggage, and that's not fair, especially to you, because that didn't exist. And we are talking about so many things that are experience in life. Everybody has experiences, and these experiences pack in layers of emotions and trauma, and sometimes people aren't able to heal properly from that. And that is not an excuse for your mother to be feeling that way, but it is a testament to know that women and mothers, they have lives before us when we were born, and those experiences are now could be or will be instilled in you. And I think that this would be the fact that you are being so aware of that this is something about her and not you. I think you've already making the first step of reevaluating what's being said to you, and then also reevaluating your own insecurities. And we mentioned earlier that some insecurities are not ours, and those are insecurities that people are placing on us, and now we're thinking about those things as if they are our insecurities, but they are their insecurities that are being placed on you. And you mentioned something so important is a lot of people can see potential in other people.
Yeah.
And no matter if they want to say that or not, they can see you
They
and say,
see it.
I see that glow. Like, it might be small right now, but put some effort into that.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge. It's
They
going to
will
be
know your
amazing.
they will know your potential. They
your
will know
potential.
who you're gonna be. Yeah.
They see that
Before
and
you
you
even realize
see
it.
Yes,
They
it's
see it in
amazing
you.
that
Yeah.
some people can see that in you. And even if they have a negative spirit, they see the good in you. They see that in you, and they wish they had that, and they want to dim it down so they can be on your level.
Exactly.
And you can never stoop to that. Don't ever stoop to a level that you know that you can't stoop to, or never stoop anyways type of thing. So when you're hearing these things about yourself, and you know, of course that ain't true. Like, look at me. Look at the
Exactly.
look at the energy I'm providing. You
Yeah.
know, I give great energy. I'm a good person. I am perfect in my own eyes type of thing. You have to be able to talk to yourself that way and know that when people are continuously unloading on you, you have to be able to just like, listen, girl, I don't even know what you said, but
Exactly.
you
Shut it
know,
out.
your friends, family, they're always going to have something to say, but you got to be able to see who is good for you and see the people who are bad for you, and then make the discernment of, am I really listening to this? Like, does this person even have the gall to even say these things? Like, what are they doing with their lives? Are they feeding me good energy? Do they feed other people good energy? And regardless if they do, they still might give you bad energy. So be able to have discernment when you're hearing these things. And I know that you'll be able to make the right decision when you're hearing these things in the future.
Yes. All right, ladies, we hope you enjoyed this great video all about conquering insecurities. Thank you to everybody that sent in. We love hearing from you guys. As always, make sure that you guys check the description box for all of our teas so you guys follow us on Instagram and stay up to date with everything. Again, thank you guys. As always, we appreciate y'all for being here. Bye, ladies.